A couple years ago, I took part in this thing called the GoRuck challenge, and it was one of the most difficult adventure type races that I've ever competed in. And thankfully, I spent some time training for it before the challenge actually took place, recognizing that I should have trained a whole lot more because it was the most excruciating ordeal I've ever put myself through. And most people get that, right? If you are going to run a marathon, you have to train for it. If you're going to compete in a triathlon, you've got to train for it. You recognize that if you want to do something that you've never done, it does require some sort of level of training. So that we understand with training that it allows us to do something we've never done. But does that mean that we can train our brain to actually make more money? Well, I stumbled across this video on YouTube by the channel Team Fearless, and the title of this video is Train Your Brain to Make More Money. And I thought, I need to check this video out. One, I love the title. Two, the thing has over 2.6 million views at the time of this recording. So we're gonna find out, can you actually train your brain to make more money? So let's find out what my reaction is to this video right now.
So many people ask me, is it possible to train your brain to help you make more money? And the answer is yes. So maybe I can share a story with you of how I started to train my own brain to help me make more money.
Okay, I like where we're going with this. You know, I think there's a lot in an expression I really love from a CEO and an entrepreneur that I admire is you have to think about your thinking. That many people don't spend time thinking about their thinking. And I think that you do have to train your mind, just like you got to train your body if you're trying to work out or train for a race or a marathon, a triathlon. So yeah, I'm kind of digging this right now.
And it started with setting some goals for the kind of lifestyle that I wanted to live. And my mentor, Walter Schneider, many years ago, was a very, very successful businessman. And he said, in order to achieve your goals, he said, first you have to have the clarity of what they are. So let's say you have a financial goal of making, let's say $100,000 a year. Okay, that's about $8,500 a month, or about $2,150 every week that you want to earn. And let's say you're not earning that right now. One of the things you can do to train your brain to help you make that amount of money is, first and foremost, get clear on the exact amount you want to earn.
I think there is so much power into this because so many people, when they set their goals, they are not specific. You know, you've heard about the SMART goals acronym. You know, specific, measurable, actionable. You have to be specific with your goals. If you just have a goal of like, I want to make more money. Well, great. Do you want to make $5 more a year, or do you want to make $50,000 more per year? So once you have that goal, then you can reverse engineer how to accomplish whatever that is. And that's why, making $100,000 a year seems like so daunting for so many. And I have another video where I talked about how to basically become a millionaire with 5 minutes, and then basically just doing millionaire math of just working backwards. And you don't have to accomplish it today, this year, maybe next year, but start implementing steps today to make those changes accordingly.
Whether it's per week, per month, or per year. That's step number one. Step number two, create a simple affirmation that goes like this. I am so happy and grateful for the fact that I am now earning $10,000 a month.
Talking about gratitude, this is a big one. It's a big one because if you start off with the mindset of, I'm only making $10,000 a year, basically what you're saying to yourself is, I'm only making this. There's no way that I can make that. And if you can start off with, man, I'm grateful that I have a job that pays me $15 per hour. I'm happy to have a job that pays me minimum wage. I'm grateful that there are so many opportunities that I don't even know exist yet, but if I start the process right now of watching more YouTube videos, reading books, listening to podcasts, seeking out mentors, that eventually I will discover ways to increase how much I'm making right now.
simple affirmation. And what I want you to do is I want you to read that affirmation every single morning 5 to 10 times, and every single night before you go to bed 5 to 10 times. And as you read that affirmation, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to practice, mentally rehearse you receiving that money in the form of a check or cash or in your bank account, and see the money going into your bank account. I want you to feel what it feels like.
Okay, I mean, this sounds a little kooky, but there is a lot of scientific study and research about visualization. And I think one of the most renowned athletes that I think really brought this to the forefront is Michael Phelps. I don't know how many gold medals or Olympic medals that guy won, 20 something. And one of the things with him was, prior to each race, he would always visualize himself in the race, making those turns and winning that race. And that was just an exercise that he started early, very early on in his career, and did that up until his last professional race. So just affirmations, it sounds cheesy, but if you've never done that before, like if you've never rehearsed or recited a daily affirmation and just did it, like he said, 5 to 10 times a day? I mean, you're just telling yourself over and over again that whatever it is that you want to accomplish is possible.
Like to consistently have $10,000 a month coming into your bank account. And you can choose whatever amount you want, by the way. And as you close your eyes and you visualize that money coming into your account, what I also want you to visualize is the impact that that amount of money will have on your life, your family's life, your friend's life, the community that you live in, and the charities that you want to support. Get totally into a mental movie and the emotions as if you were a Hollywood actor or actress pretending that that was really happening.
So once again, like what he is talking about here, a lot about visualization, and I'll try to find some of the studies I've read about this, but what he's saying, there is truth. Like there's actually scientific research that backs this up. Like when you start to see things, you see them for, not, it becomes reality, because basically you're training your brain like, wait, yeah, I've seen that before. Like I've seen that movie, like that's real life. It's not real life yet, but the more that you play it, the more it becomes real, and the more real that becomes as a possibility versus like not becoming a reality at all.
So you'd read your affirmation. I'm so happy and grateful for the fact that I am now earning $10,000 a month. And as you do that and you repeat that, mentally rehearse, visualize what that looks like. And what that does is that primes your brain to see and feel as if it is.
I mean, real quick, is this music not like, it makes you want to go outside and just conquer the world?
Real right now. And that activates the different parts of your brain, specifically the left prefrontal cortex, which is the genius, CEO, Einstein part of your brain that can actually help you figure out how to achieve that goal and dream. So if you do that in the morning and at night before bed, morning upon waking up, nighttime before bed, you will start to prime your brain with an affirmation, with a mental rehearsal, and you will cognitively prime your brain. And if you want a bonus step, what I want you to do is take a vision board, either on your computer or a physical board, and cut out some pictures.
So I have another video where I talk about my vision board. You can see it down there. That's where it is. I was looking at it just today. There's power in that. Power in the vision, baby.
Of what lifestyle earning $10,000 a month will allow you to live. What kind of car would you drive? What kind of places would you go vacation in? What kind of home would you live in? What kind of charities would you support? Get pictures of the outcome of earning $10,000 a month is, or $100,000 a year, and start to see yourself in that scenario and act as if it is real right now. And then every day ask yourself a question. What can I do today to make that amount of income a reality and take 1 or 2 action steps towards making that a reality. So the physical actions, in addition to the mental rehearsal with affirmations.
And really, like what he's doing, he's tying this all this in, right? Because yes, you can visualize all day long, you can read your daily affirmations, but unless you actually do anything, take these action steps, then nothing changes. But that's like the whole point of doing these daily affirmations and doing these visualizations, is because when you constantly are playing that out and you're reading those aloud, it's reminding you of like what you're trying to do. And it becomes, because it's top plate, it's relevant, it's present, and it makes you then want to do those steps. Otherwise, if you don't think about it, if you don't recite them out loud, you don't look at your vision and just constantly repeat that process, then you just stay in the same rut that you're in right now.
And mental rehearsals, visualizations, is one of the best ways to start priming your brain to achieve the financial goals you have.
All right, so this is a good inspirational video, but there's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm gonna break that down right now. So I found so many different studies that talk about visualization and how that can improve muscle memory, especially the muscles in your brain. I think this all started though with physiologist Edmund Jacobson, and just with his studies with working with athletes. And what he found was that if athletes were to rehearse whatever exercises or events that they were going to do, that they would build up that muscle memory to allow them to perform that much better. And that's, I think, a lot where Michael Phelps, that's where he got the inspiration to do his visualization, and why, you know, with this channel, with the speaker's talking about, is visualizing yourself making $1,000 a month, $10,000 a month. But I mean, there is so much scientific studies behind that. And just like I said, you know, during the recording there, it sounds a little hokey, but the fact remains, are you rehearsing or reciting your daily affirmations, your financial affirmations? Do you do that on a daily basis? Are you doing it in the morning? Are you doing that in the evenings? And if you aren't, then what does it hurt? Like, you don't have to buy anything. It's just something you have to train yourself to do and have the discipline to do every single day. And this is why I love having my vision board down here. I know it seems like a really random spot to have it in my office, but to be honest, like I didn't really have anywhere to hang it, and my wife was like, just put it down there. That way it's there, you can see it. My wife's, you know, she's a stickler on like home decor, but it's right there. So every time I turn to the left of my desk here, like I can see it, and I see the vacations I want to take with my family. I see, you know, the things that I want to do as I get older, and just, you know, with my family legacy. And it's just the power of visualization, of being able to see that stuff and to remind myself of that stuff that I want to do. And the whole affirmation thing, I got that from Hal Elrod, the book, The Miracle Morning, you know, which is one of my top books over here. And that was one of the things that Hal really talked about, was having your daily affirmations. I also have that as part of my 5-minute journal, part of my morning routine that I do, is just writing out, you know, my daily affirmations. Like, so it's huge. Like it just puts you in that mental mindset of being present on the things that you really want to do, instead of just getting stuck doing the same old junk. All right, so what did you think about this video? Do you think that you can train your brain to make more money? Do you do your daily affirmations, or do you think it's a bunch of load of crap? Either way, let me know in the comments below. Can you train your brain to make more money? Let me know in the comments below. All right, y'all, until next time, this is Jeff Rhodes reminding you that your money is your life, and only you can make it awesome.